Good morning from CME Traveling, guys. Thank y'all for joining us here on the Daily Coffee Talk. We're going to talk about live this morning, guys. Everybody out there having a good morning, and woke up here. It's like 50 degrees, so yeah, fall is here. Still summer, but it does feel like fall to me out there. At least for right now, it does. How's everybody doing today? Everybody in here? Let's see. Yeah, so today is today's Tuesday, August the 25th. Yep. And right off the bat, check out the question for today. We're going to be talking about our nation's number one cruise port, Port Canaveral. Those conveniences of where to stay when you fly into Orlando, or if you're driving to Port Canaveral. There's lots of information out there for this right here. It's been the number one cruise port now for a couple of years or more, and a lot of folks go out of there. And just some of the conveniences that we can share along with some information. You can use some of this information even if you just enjoy going there. Some of the information is like Cocoa Beach. That's a beautiful, beautiful beach to go to. I'd visit there, and we got a little insight. Me and Marsha used to stay beach, technically not right on the beach, but it was considered for the area a beachside hotel, and loved it. It had a lazy river and everything. It used to be very inexpensive, but through the years it has really went up in price, and I mean, yeah, it's gotten now to where we don't go because it's like $300 for one night, and some people that may be very affordable to them. So I just would rather spend $300 somewhere else. So, but it is nice. If you go in there a couple of days early or something like that, that's very nice. And it's convenient, and you're close to anything. You can walk to about anything, any food or anything you'd like. I'll tell you that one right here in just a little bit. But let's say a few good mornings because I want to get into this today. Well, before I get to that real quick, read you the question that we got in here today. Fly snooze cruise. That is a thing. You can do that from Orlando Airport to Port Canaveral. You can get the hotels, whether it be out at near Port Canaveral or right there in Orlando. They still offer a round trip shuttle to and from the cruise terminal, and also back to the airport. It's very nice. There are several here, but there's only one of these that offers a complete package. So they're going to offer you, fly, snooze, and cruise. Is it Brightline Cruise Express? Do they offer this? MoCo stands for, besides the county that me and my sister my parents live in. That's what they call that area. But MoCo stands for Orlando Airport. And anyway, the Orlando Airport Terminal Shuttle. Are they the ones that offer this fly snooze cruise? Then you have GoPort. GoPort is also, it's a place where you can park your car and go to the terminal, and they'll take you over the transportation, transit. Florida Turnpike Transit. Is that another? It's one of these right here is the correct answer, though. Thank y'all so much. Let's say hello real quick to John Gaylor. Thanks for being in here this morning. And there is my sis. Thanks for being in here. Scott McNeil, thanks for being in here. And DT Cruiser, good morning to you. Cruising on Comps with Chris is in here. Lee from Anfield, thank you so much for being in here. Love the new. Oh, thank you very much, Scott, for noticing. You notice little things like that. I love when Scott or anybody notices something different, or that's always good. And I meant to hit this one back here because I know he's in. I said it, but didn't get. I was going through it so fast. John Gaylor, driving and listening. I just want to step back, say on that one. See Tripping with Kim and Scott's telling everybody good morning, and Danny Dizzle. Thank you so much. Curt, it's like when you talk about this thumbnail, people for all the newbies. Brightline, baby. Cruising on comps. He said, I just used GoPort parking and shuttle to the ship last week, and it was awesome. Only thing is to park there and shuttle, they only do Star, and they only take you to, in other words, right now, the two cruise ships they only take you to is Royal Caribbean Star of the Seas and Carnival Mardi Gras. If you're going out of one of them right there, Scott's telling me that he loves Brightline and has used it. Princess 15 will take 15% off. Off of the Brightline fares, that is, or just wondering there. JJ's Adventures, thanks for being in here. Down South Stitcher, thank you so much. And good morning to you, Bone Tired Travelers. Will, thanks for popping in here also this morning. Denise just got home from Bone Tired Travelers. Trish said sales only here for a short time. Thought I'd say hi. Thank you so much, Trish, for popping in here. Do appreciate you popping in and saying good mornings. And anyone else that stops in along your way, you know, if you're watching us back, please let us know. Give that thumbs up, and also, you know, hype the video. I think that works. If you're, you know, if you're around and you're up in the morning watching us and watching some of these other channels, you can hype any of them. It really goes a long way. Will says the answer is GoPort. Thank you so much, Denise, for being a member for a year. Woohoo! I'll have to make that shake here in a little bit. Cruising is fun anytime. That is Cheryl. Thanks for popping in here this morning. And PK Adventure Travels. Thank you so much. Let's see. Marsha of CME Traveling. She is resting. Let's see. Cruising is fun anytime. I'm so sleepy. Getting ready and listening. Thank you so much. Cruising on Comp said that's for the parking there because of the space. I'm pretty sure they do a lot more with the Fly Snooze cruise. All right, guys. Yep, we're talking about Port Canaveral today. Space. Wakeview Travel, thanks for popping in here this morning. All right, so with the question and stuff like that, thank y'all so much for answering that right there. One of the little bit of information here that we got about from, if you're flying into Orlando, one of the things you should take in consideration is distance, and knowing how long, how many minutes, how far away you are from your cruise terminal is a great thing to know. And when you fly into Orlando, you kind of want to know what that is right there. But I'll just go ahead and tell you, it is a 45 miles. So you can estimate anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour to get you from, especially if when you fly in, you're staying, this is assuming you're staying at a hotel near the airport, that is. It's a 45 minute to 60 minute drive. And then some folks who chance it fly in the same day and get on the ship if they, you know, but you should just plan for at least a 60 minute or so shuttle ride. And I'm sure you're going to have to take an account for, it'll get a little backed up with other folks driving in. Which hotel area is geographically closest to Port Canaveral cruise ship terminals? Less than 2 miles, that is. And that would be Cape Canaveral, alongside Astronaut Boulevard. Hotels on the Astronaut Boulevard in the Cape Canaveral area, such as Radisson Resort at the port, Country Inn Suites by Radisson, and Hampton Inn Suites. And then you got the Homewood. That's a fairly new one. Homewood Suites and Spring Hill Suites. These are all less than 2 miles from the cruise terminal. I've heard of some people staying at some of these places and walking over to, like, I think it was Terminal 3 they walked to, Carnival Mardi Gras. I think that's the one that some folks would just walk over there to it. And I've seen people dragging their stuff, but I've also seen people on their way in dragging their stuff over there and it pouring the rain. So I don't know if I would do that one. I don't know if I'd just walk over. I'm sure there's shuttles that offer to take you over there. If you're flying in late to Orlando International Airport, there in that area right there, there's also convenient places just to stay there near the airport. And the Hyatt Regency, Orlando International, the Hyatt be right there. You can, good morning, hon. She's slowly walking through. She's on her way to the shower, Marsha, that is, of CME Traveling here. But the Hyatt Regency is a great hotel to stay at. Let me see. Now, for the one that I had mentioned earlier, if you want to stay beachside, and there's some other budget options here, it can be fun. Go down an extra day early. This is how me and Marsha discovered this from our first time. We stayed at this one hotel, then we went back and just kept going back, and then it got so popular, and they refurbished everything, and, and now it's a little bit unaffordable. But that hotel is called Beachside Hotel and Suites. It is right there in Cocoa Beach. It's exactly right beside this other hotel that is one of them, 4 Points Sheraton, Cocoa Beach. And you also have near there Holiday Inn Express and La Quinta Inn. They place guests within walking distance of the beach and restaurants, and with an easy shuttle to Port Canaveral. And if I'm not mistaken, Beachside Hotel, they offered where you could park your car at their hotel, or you can park your car if you're staying there, but it's not really at the hotel. They will send you to a parking area and then they'll give you a ride over to the cruise port that you need to go to. Me and Marsha stay at one of these, but we don't never use their parking. We just drive up to a different place, and we stay at what's called Park Port, and it's right there near the Radisson Hotel. A few more folks came in. Let's see if we could say any more hellos, or if anybody has any information. There she is. She was headed to the shower, she said. Good morning, Ocean to Ocean Travel. Thank you so much for being in here, Bruce. Appreciate that. Yeah, we got priced out of that place. There she is again. We loved Beachside Suites. We gave them too many good reviews. Let's see. Let me roll back up. See, okay, I'm caught up right here. Trish said, I answered before hearing exactly what the question was, so I got it wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have but so much room. Brightline opportunity in the future. That's cool. That use that Brightline. But yeah, the way the question is, if you see the fly, snooze, cruise, I don't see where I put from from Orlando airport to Port Canaveral hotel, and then a round trip shuttle. I failed you on the question here, but the correct answer, by the way, is GoPort. GoPort is the only one that offers all three, and they offer you, the flight, snooze, and cruise. They take you to the cruise terminal, and then they take you also back to the airport or the hotel, and then to the airport. But that is your answer right there. I'll go ahead and shut that down since I messed that question up. Thanks, Trish, for answering though. Absolutely. Let's see. Like I said, Bruce came in here. I see someone hollering at Ricky. Did I miss Ricky in here or something? Maybe I did. I just seen someone say Ricky. Okay. Let's see. Mark, Music Obsession. Morning. Walk and listen. We'll be in Port Canaveral in 11 days on the Prima, September the 6th. Well, there you go. Here's some folks right here. Sea Tripping with Kim and Scott saying that we just stayed at the Radisson. We are staying at the Holiday Inn across from Terminal 3 for Venezia Thanksgiving cruise. Nice. And then there's a few folks here talking to each other. Good morning, Antoinette at Fun. Thank you so much for being with us. And by the way, I have the little cup today. That means that I have a double shot of an espresso here going on. This is a kind of a thing, an apricot and nutty flavor. If I told you the name, I'd butcher it. So y'all know better than ask me which type of coffee it is, who it is that makes it. Good espresso though. I put a little bit of hazelnut in it since it said it was a little nutty flavor. All right. Well, thank y'all so much for popping in here this morning. Make sure you do give us a thumbs up. I do appreciate that. Good morning there, Cruise Life 22, or afternoon, I should say. We got some of that weather over here. Let me pop back up what I was talking to y'all about. All right, so yeah, that snooze, park, cruise, snooze, park, and cruise. The good thing about that right there is, way you can fly in and everything. Now we're going to be talking a little bit here about for people who drive in, or you're driving like the way me and Marsha do mostly, park and cruise savings for drivers. There's a lot of places that you can probably save some money with doing this right here. A benefit of the local hotels and stuff like that. You get complimentary, like we were saying, complimentary parking at a few hotels for the duration of the cruise. Plus, you get terminal shutters, often costing less than daily port garage. And that's like the one that we use. We use Park Port, which, like I said, it was part of the Radisson. And I think the most it's cost us is $11 a day. Now, if you park at the terminal, the official Port Canaveral terminal parking garages, they charge around $17 plus, up to, I think there's some now maybe charging $20 like they do down in Miami, and it's quite expensive. We do here more recently in the last 2 years park at the terminal. It's just, especially if we're driving 10 and 12 hour, it just helps us get on the roads faster. Many nearby hotels like the Radisson Resort at the port, or 4 Points Cocoa Beach. I forgot the name there for it, but I do know like the Country Inn Suites offer packages that include the room for accommodations, free vehicle parking for up to 7 days, and shuttle transfers to the ship, saving drivers a significant amount of money. That definitely happens. Is there any hotels that y'all stayed at that y'all recommend or anything like that? Now, more recently, we actually first started this staying in Titusville when we're driving down, and we met Journey with the Gingers, Lori and William, in an area there, and Lori had picked us out a hotel, very nice hotel. I if Marsha tells me here in a little bit when she's in here, I'll ask and tell you which one it is. But we stay more in the Titusville area now when we're driving down. It just seems like we're getting further back up the road from going south on 95. I think the closest we've stayed is not when we haven't stayed all the way up to Daytona yet, and then drove in, but. We at least make it to Titusville now. And we have drove all the way down to, what is that called? There is a Cocoa, Florida, across from Cocoa Beach. Melbourne, Florida. We have stayed there quite often. There's some nice hotels in that area, very affordable hotels that convenient, nice, clean, all that. Let's see. Somebody else came in. I saw them. I just want to make sure. Trish said, "Sales as I stay at my in-laws as often as I can, about 30 minutes from Port Canaveral." Well, you lucky, Trish. Uh, I love the free lodging and yes, yes. And they're like, oh, she's headed on another cruise. They even let me park my car for free. Daggone now. You're saving some good money there. You could put that in the casino, can't you? Cruising on comps. If you happen to be driving down and taking the turnpike there is a Comfort Inn and Suites off of exit 304 in Wildwood that I stay at. It's super clean, nice, cheap. It's about an hour and a half from the port. That's not too bad there. If you're, I don't know exactly what term. Oh, you're driving in on the Florida Turnpike. Okay, no, we don't never touch the turnpike. I forget you're coming from over in the northern part of Georgia. He said they paid about 123 with tax on a Saturday night. Wow, that is very cheap for that place. The Fam Adventures, good morning. Great show last night. Some folks saying hello, hello. Let's see. Thought I saw somebody else come in. Okay. I owe somebody that's been in here for a year. Let's see. Where did it say that? Who was that? Been a member for a year. Is that Denise? I think it's Denise that's been a member for a year. Anyway, I owe Denise a stripper pole. Let's see. Let's pick out. I'm trying to find a good one here. There we go. Oh, wait a minute.
cat pole dance. Well, I mean, it is Curt. Shake it, Curt.
Yes. Shake it for me. She- there we go there, Denise. That's a good one. Yeah, she said it was. She said, that's a good one. Hmm. Okay, I see folks talking a little bit about the football season getting ready to start. Tommy, working and lurking, TNT, Adventure C. Thank you so much for being with us there, Tom. Talking a little bit about if you're flying in or you're driving to Port Canaveral, places to stay and conveniences that they offer. There's especially when it comes to if you fly, you fly, you need transportation, and then to get on the cruise and transportation to the cruise port. You know, we was talking about how it's about 60 miles away or 60 minutes away if you stay at the airport, and that one of the best ones that you can all in one. This is the all in one fly, snooze, and cruise packages would be through. You get that right there through GoPort, and GoPort is it's the leading third party provider offering a bundle. Yeah, the Fly Snooze cruise packages. They arrange transportation from the Orlando airport to partner hotels in Cape Canaveral and Cocoa Beach, shuttles from there to the cruise terminal on sailing on embarkation day, and returns back to Orlando after the cruise. We also discussed today a little bit about the hotels to stay at. The nearest to the Port uh, Port Carnival, Port Canaveral terminals, cruise terminals, that is. Some of the most convenient ones to stay at would be the Radisson Resort at the port, Country Inn Suites and by the Radisson, and Hampton Inn Suites, and the Homewood and Spring Hill Suites. These are all less than 2 miles from the cruise terminals. Very convenient. And if you're flying in late to the Orlando airport, what we went over here, one of the most convenient places to stay at if you're flying in real late, you can stay at the Hyatt Regency Orlando International. It is situated inside. It is inside the airport main terminal building between what does it say? Course A and B allows late arrival cruisers to check in without leaving the airport. Yeah, that's real convenient there. And then what else we was talking about was that Snooze Park cruise, and that is done through again. We'll to save a little bit of money there. Hey, what was the name of the hotel we stayed at when Lori? Do you remember out there in Titusville? You don't, do you?
The Spring Hill Suites?
We think it's Spring Hill Suites. It's by Marriott, though. I know that much. Don't forget, as soon as we go off here, guys, go over and level up with Jen.Cohen. As soon as we end right here, should take you right over there to that. Also, if you just want to go in a few days early, or you don't have to be early, you can just maybe you just get there and you want to head down to the beach, and you want everything at your convenience. You can stay at some of these beachside budget, and they're more budget options here. You stay down in the Cocoa Beach area along North Atlantic Avenue. Very popular area right there. There's mid-range. It's 4 Points by Sheraton at Cocoa Beach, and the one me and Marsha have stayed at probably at least six or seven times. Beachside Hotel and Suites. Actually, I got a video that actually early on that has this hotel in it. You can see inside a nice hotel. But another one, Holiday Inn Express and La Quinta Inn. All these are right there at the Cocoa Beach area. And you can just walk over and you're at the beach. It's convenient to everything. Well, guys, thank y'all so much for being with us today, CME Traveling. And again, y'all have a good day, a good evening, and can't wait to see y'all again. Thank you again for being in here and watching, participating. Anybody else in here, thank you so much. We will talk to you again soon. See me traveling out of here, guys. Bye, y'all.
Let's just do what you want to. Please don't be polite, cause I like your attitude. Let's forget about a curfew.